USMCA done. Again, everybody, my name is Pilar Arias. Happy Wednesday. Hope you're having a great day. I got some top stories all ready to go for you that I am super excited to bring you. We're going to start with kind of the entertainment side of news first. I'm not necessarily going to say lighter news because it turns out it's going to be a historic evening for the Fox show Empire. If you happen to watch it, it's going to be a major episode in terms of what actually happens in the plot. If you don't happen to watch it, perhaps you've learned about it recently with the Jussie Smollett news that we've been covering extensively here on News Now. So regardless, whether you watch, whether you don't watch, it's going to be a big, big night for the show. So let's get the details right now on News Now.
We will stand together as living proof that love can transform the world.
Fox's hip-hop drama Empire sets the stage for a history-making TV wedding. All eyes are on Jamal and Kai as the couple take their relationship to the next level.
I now pronounce you husband and husband.
We've had weddings before, but we haven't had anything quite like this, so it's special.
The episode breaks ground as the first time two African-American men have been married on television.
One of the most beautiful things about this art form is its reach, and people find their similarities with the people in Empire, whether it's through the music, whether it's through the drama or the love.
Guest star Toby Onwumira plays the love interest of Jussie Smollett's character. He is proud to be part of a series that is always pushing boundaries.
What? It really is an honor because Empire itself is something that will go in the history books as a show that as a formidable show, and to have a moment in a formidable show is, it's beyond anything I could have dreamt.
I'm not nervous.
The event also marks Smollett's final appearance this season after being dropped from the last two episodes.
We're a really close-knit family, and this is kind of like family business. We're all supportive of one another, and we're supporting each other in this, so we're trying to, all take time to ourselves.
Let's get you married, okay?
Yes, to hurry up.
It remains unclear if Smollett's exit from the show is permanent. In the meantime, watch the couple tie the knot tonight on Fox. Ashley Dvorkin, Fox News.
All right, everybody, who is looking forward to the summer box office season? I am. Let's see those hands up emojis if you are. There's some major blockbuster films coming out. And when I list names like Toy Story 4, Aladdin, what else is coming out? The Lion King. Can you guess which movie maker is bound to have a major summer season? Well, Ashley Dvorkin is here with our summer movie preview.
Family-friendly flicks, animated adventures, and laughs are in the spotlight as our summer movie preview continues.
Our flaws make us who we are.
Kelly Clarkson, Nick Jonas, Janelle Monáe, and more take the mic for the animated musical comedy Ugly Dolls, May 3rd.
Harry is still alive. Case closed, but still open until I solve it.
Pokemon Detective Pikachu, a.k.a. Ryan Reynolds, is on the case May 9th.
Watch out!
Several Disney franchises return, including live-action remakes of Aladdin and The Lion King, May 24th and July 19th.
To infinity and beyond!
Woody, Buzz Lightyear, and friends return for Toy Story 4, June 24th. Dora gets her big screen adventure, Dora and the Lost City of Gold, July 31st. In comedies, May 3rd, Seth Rogen and Charlize Theron team up for Long Shot as a speechwriter and a political candidate. Rebel Wilson and Anne Hathaway lead The Hustle on May 10th, a gender swap on Dirty Rotten Scoundrels.
I'm thinking zombies.
What?
You know, the undead. Ghouls.
It's Zomcom time starting June 14th with a star-studded cast including Bill Murray in The Dead Don't Die, about a peaceful town fighting off one of those pesky zombie apocalypses. Just some laugh-filled, adventuresome animated options. Tune in for more new flicks heading your way as our summer movie preview continues. Ashley Dvorkin, Fox News.
Ashley, thank you. It takes a lot to get me to a movie theater, right? When you have so many options nowadays, you can stream movies, you can Redbox. There's so many different ways that you can actually see a flick besides actually paying the amount of money that it takes to get into a movie theater. But some of those look really good. The Dead Don't Die in particular, especially with Adam Driver in it. How can he go from Star Wars to The Dead Don't Die? Let me know which ones you're dying to see this summer. Hey, I didn't mean to do that, but I just did. All right, we're going to continue on with our top stories now. Get to a little bit, not necessarily serious news, but more traditional news stories. This next one, a unique type of support group for people living with disabilities in California. This group comes together to empower themselves through adaptive rock climbing. Fox's Kaylin McMacken shares their inspiring story.
For the last 6 years, 17-year-old Tatiana Crenshaw has spent several hours a week carefully maneuvering her way up 55-foot walls, mastering the technique with a smile.
Originally, I actually didn't like it because I was so used to being told, like, this is what you have to do, you're doing this because you have this, and that was it. Like, my disability basically ran my life. And so I was very much like, I don't want to do this just because a doctor or nurse recommended it.
Tatiana was born with cerebral palsy and suffers from social anxiety. It wasn't until she discovered adaptive rock climbing that her perspective on life began to change.
It makes me feel like that, you know, we're more than just, you know, a disabled child. We're people. We're all rock climbers. That's all that really matters.
Don't mess around with your feet.
We're not thinking about a physical disability, you know, we're thinking about supporting each other, cheering each other on, reaching new goals.
For Nora, that goal was overcoming breast cancer and returning to the sport she practiced for more than 25 years.
We don't have to be stuck at home in bed saying, ow, 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 I hurt, I can't do anything about it. Now I say, ow, 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 I just climbed that tower.
To be able to come into a climbing gym and forget about all those challenges you have no control over, and to be here and, like, you know, you can choose what challenge you want here and people are here to support you.
Inside the gym, there are no disabilities, no limitations or labels. Instead, these climbers say the challenge is the same for everyone.
It's not like you and a team on the wall, it's just you and the wall. So it's really seeing what you can do. It's about focusing on yourself and really reflecting on how that works.
I could hardly lift my arms because I had so much surgery, or stand on my feet, and now now I consider myself a rock climber. I don't even consider myself a challenged rock climber. I'm a rock climber.
And there's no disability that can change that. Kaylin McMacken, Fox 5 Sports.
Rock climbing is not easy. Have any of you done it? I've tried it a couple times, like actually out in nature when I used to go to Northern Arizona University in Flagstaff area, like actually on big boulders. It's not easy. Rock climbing walls, still not really easy for me. I don't have that upper body strength. Just like I could never climb the rope in PE as a kid. Some just can't do it. All right, so you know how we have flag emojis? I wish we had state emojis. Any Floridians in the house? The reason I'm asking is because once considered an endangered species, there are now over 1 million alligators roaming Florida's waterways. That's a lot of gators, right? And now that mating season has begun, they're on the move. Fox News multimedia reporter Ali Rafa tells us what to expect in the next few months.
You know, he is the official reptile of Florida.
With April comes the start of alligator mating season, meaning more aggressive gators on the prowl in some unlikely places. And for trapper Rob Up the Grove,
well, it's Rob, may I help you?
Dozens of phone calls.
We'll go right now and look at that.
Florida's Fish and Wildlife Commission, or FWC, says over 7,000 nuisance alligators had to be killed or relocated last year, compared to 6,700 in 2017. And even though it's relatively rare, 6 people on average are attacked by the prehistoric predators every year.
This one here came from a residence in Baum. The larger gator came from Walmart in Waimama. The smaller gator came from a lake in Auburndale. Here he is.
Nuisance gators larger than 4 feet are usually sold to alligator farms or harvested if a trapper doesn't have a special permit to take them alive. Gators smaller than 4 feet, like this one, are released back into the wild.
Adios.
Once an endangered species, more than 1 million now roam the Sunshine State's waterways.
Any body of water that's going to be in Florida, you might come across an alligator at some point.
Sarah McCollum has kids, but no fence between her home and this pond.
So we're just a little nervous with the gator being out here. and the kids being outside all the time.
But wildlife experts insist on having perspective.
So they're not really, bothering us as much as we're kind of taking over their space.
And say the threat is always there, especially if people feed them.
And they start approaching people for food, and that's really where accidents do happen.
Up the Grove says he and other trappers will continue responding to reports as quickly as they can until the season ends in June. In Tampa, Florida, Ali Rafa.
I just have to be careful.
Fox News.
Bringing you right out here to Phoenix, Arizona, a live picture from our South Mountain Tower cam. We are expected to continue to heat up here in the valley. We're used to it this time of year. It's the end of April, and when May is upon us, we pretty much know that the heat is going to be cranked all the way up. If you are a Phoenician, you live in the Valley of the Sun, perhaps a suburb, feel free to let us know on the YouTube chat if you've already turned on your air conditioner for the year. There's currently 462 of you watching News Now on YouTube, so there's bound to be some people who live in the valley watching. All right, the reason I'm mentioning it is unfortunately one of the saddest news stories locally here this week. Police issuing a reminder to parents as summer approaches: never leave your child unattended inside a hot car. The warning comes after an 18-month-old child died after being left inside a car for hours. Our very own Fox 10 Phoenix's Matt Rodewald reporting.
It's heart-wrenching to hear somebody loses a child.
Glendale police say an 18-month-old girl is dead after she was found strapped into a car seat inside this Nissan Altima at the Paseo Park apartment complex.
The father of an 18-month-old baby girl found his daughter unresponsive inside of the family's vehicle. The child had been left inside the vehicle for at least a few hours.
Neighbors were stunned as they looked on, watching first responders work.
It's not even that hot today. This is why people need to be aware 12 months out of the year, not just the summertime. We live in the desert and it gets hot really fast. And inside of the car, it gets hot even faster.
It's a scene that happens all too often, and a reminder with a busy day-to-day to slow down and pay attention.
We get all caught up in our lives, and I don't know if sometimes that's what happens when this kind of thing happens, or that you think it's not that hot and I'll run right back out, or the baby's sleeping. I don't know. You can't put blame on a parent for something like this because it's too heart-wrenching, okay? Nobody would ever purposely do this. I would not.